Hey YouTube, it's Cherise here, and I have a first impressions and demo for you. Yeah, okay, so I don't know why I just sang that. Anyways, so the two products I'm going to be doing a first impressions and demo for you would be the Milani Prime Shield Face Primer, mattifying and pore minimizing, it's oil free, and the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion Foundation. So we're going to do both of these. I already wore this once yesterday, but my face is freshly cleansed and lightly exfoliated. I moisturized using some aloe vera gel. So we're going to go in with this Milani primer, which is very like liquidy and silicone-y, as you can see. I'm just going to put it all over. It makes your face feel like unhuman. I feel like it's just so smooth. Like I said, we're going to apply this all over. I have a photo shoot today, so this probably isn't the best day to try out new things. But I'm feeling a little risque. And the photo shoot is for a colleague, so I don't need to be, like, it's not going to be in a magazine or on somebody's website, or I don't think. Who knows? But I don't know, I just don't feel like it's that serious, like, for me to not try out these new products. Like, I can make it work, you know, I'll make sure that I still look good regardless. So like I said, this primer is like super smoothing. Like, I don't even feel like my skin feels like skin. Like, it's so smooth. It's like the only word I can think of. Like, it's very, very smooth. It feels good. Alright. Whatever's left over, I'm just going to rub on my very ashy hands. And again, this primer is supposed to be mattifying and pore minimizing. I have very large pores on my cheeks, like in this general region. Oh, you can still see them. I can. I don't know about you guys. So this primer, directions: apply to clean skin. Use alone or under makeup to extend the wear. This is supposed to prime skin and create a smooth canvas before applying any foundation. Check. Mattifies and perfects skin. It's like a demi-matte. It's not like ultra matte, but you can see I still have a little bit of radiance to my skin. So we'll give that a thumbs up. Instantly minimizes the appearance of pores and fine lines. I don't really have fine lines like that yet. But as for the pores, I mean, I guess we'll give that a thumbs up too. And it's supposed to be lightweight, non-greasy feel. It is very lightweight. It doesn't feel greasy. It just feels very like smooth, satiny. And does not clog pores. I haven't broken out. I've used it once before, like I said yesterday. I haven't broken out from it or anything like that. I am breaking out on my chin, but I think it's not related to the primer at all. Alright, so just kind of letting this sit for a little while. I've realized, will come to notice, that my primers work best when I let them sit for a bit before going right in with foundation. I put some aloe vera gel on my edges too, to kind of do something with a little bit of hairs, baby hairs that are peeking out now that haven't been snatched into the braids. I've had these braids for a week, so 7 more weeks to go. Alright, so let's read about the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion Foundation. I have the color C8 Cocoa, and this is supposed to be a buildable luminous foundation. That's all the packaging really says. Really pretty rose gold packaging, plastic. So let's open this up. I'm sure you guys have already seen some reviews. It has a mirror, that's nice, and it has a little sponge, which I think I'm going to use my beauty blender, which I actually need to go dampen. Oh, thank you. So that's the mirror. The sponge is right here. Then you lift it up and the product is underneath. And it has a little sticker over the top. And so it looks like that. So like I said, let me go dampen my beauty blender. I'll be right back. And by the time I do that, I feel like the primer will have had enough time to sink in to the skin. Alright, I'm back and I have my beauty blender, which has been dampened. I was using the black one. The black one is my favorite one. So let's go ahead and get into this foundation. I'm just going to take the sponge out and sit it face up. Not planning to use it. Again, it opens like this. And then there's a sticker over the actual foundation. So I'm also going to take that off and sit that face up. So that's what it looks like. So I'm just going to take the butt part, the bottom part, and go ahead and dip into this. That's how much comes off. And we're just going to see what this is about. So I just lightly tapped it in there once, and we're just going to see how much it covers. It is very lightweight. It feels like nothing is on my skin. The color is concerning. It's a little light, but we'll work with it. Go in one more time. So we're just going to do one layer all over, and then we're going to build it. The color is a little light. I got this foundation at Target, and it was $15.99 at Target, which is very expensive for a drugstore foundation. The primer I got at CVS, and I believe it was like $9.99. I think I already threw that receipt away. So, like I said, we're just going to do one full coat using the Beauty Blender. It doesn't look as bad in person as it does on camera, like the color, as light. But yeah, it feels like nothing on your skin, for sure. So that's one layer. Pretty decent coverage, very medium though. You can still see my spots showing through. But you guys know me, I like full coverage. And just my first impression, just from looking at it, I feel like this would be great for every day, especially for somebody who doesn't have as many skin issues as I do, as many things to cover up. It's really fast, really simple. Let's see if we can build it. So I'm going to go in with another layer. Basically really focusing on my cheeks and parts of my forehead where I need more coverage. I do like the way it feels though. It's unlike any foundation I've ever worn of how lightweight it is. It feels like water, kind of. It's very hydrating, refreshing type of feel on the skin. I feel like this would be fun to put on like in the summer just because it feels so like cooling and hydrating. Like I said, we're going in with the second layer, really building it up. I'm applying very light pressure because I don't want to move around the first layer that I've already applied. And this is supposed to be a luminous finish, which I feel like is pretty obvious. The color in person actually doesn't look as bad, like I said, as it does on camera. As you can see, I've got it kind of built up to full coverage now. Like I said, I'm using very light pressure to build it up. Alright, so it's definitely luminous. I'm just going to use whatever's left over on my neck. It's definitely luminous. It's definitely lightweight. It's definitely buildable. And that's pretty much all the information that the actual packaging gives us about the foundation. So everything that it says it should do, it's done. It's a little bit too luminous for my taste because I do have oily skin, so eventually I will end up looking like this. But I do like the way it makes my skin look. I do like the way it makes my skin look. But I'm definitely going to need to add some powder. And as we can see, it matches my chest pretty well. I always like to scoot back to get more of a true read of the color. But when it comes to my arm, it's too light. It's a little light for my taste. A little too luminous for my taste, but I was expecting it to be super dewy and luminous because it's a Lumi foundation. So now what we're going to do is use some Loreal True Match powder. So we're keeping it in the Loreal family, and I'm going to use the color C. Oop, line of demarcation. I was like, wait. I'm trying to debate, but I'm gonna use C7. I like C7, even though the foundation is in C8. So now I'm just going to get a little bit more. And I noticed that there's like a real obvious line of demarcation. Not so much on this side, but the other side there was. And I do feel like it does oxidize a little bit, because as I'm applying more, I notice that it's lighter than what's on my face. I don't know if y'all can see the difference right there. So it does kind of oxidize a little bit darker. Not much, but just a little bit. Oops, got some on my actual braids. Didn't mean to do that. So yeah, let's, now I've got that line kind of gone. Over here. Let's go in with powder. I just don't want to waste any of it because $15. Let's go right down here. Okay. I feel like the packaging is so... So this is what it looks like on the skin. Like I said, I do agree with everything that it claims. Luminous, yes. Lightweight, yes. Buildable, yes. As for the primer, I don't know if the primer is doing anything at all to help it. I don't know if it's really making a difference. I know it did make my face very smooth before I applied it. But as for mattifying, I don't really see it, the mattifying part. So like I said, we're going to go in with the L'Oreal True Match Powder in C7. In C7, not N7, but C7. And we're going to use an e.l.f. powder brush. I recently picked up another one of these. See, from afar away, it looks like it matches decently. And we're going to press this powder into the skin. And I'll do 1/2. As you can see, it's already making it darker. You can see my eyelid is creasing really bad. Which I don't even know what sort of eye look I'm going to do for this photo shoot. I don't even know what I'm going to wear. They moved worship service today to 2 p.m. and it's currently 1:12. So even if I don't know what I'm going to wear, well, I kind of need to know what I'm going to wear at the photo shoot before I go to church. So I'm like kind of in a time crunch, but not super duper in a time crunch. Also, I woke up not feeling too well. Like, I don't know. I had a sore throat kind of last night, and I'm like, no, I can't do this. I can't get sick. Alright, so this is half my face with powder. A nice solid layer of powder. And as you can see, the color looks a lot better. It's not completely, like I didn't use a lot of powder. Like there's still some transfer from the foundation. I don't know if you can see that lightly on my fingers. I feel like it just helped to absorb the excess foundation that's on my skin. I don't know. Because it's not super matte, but I like this with powder. And this is without powder. And you can see the color difference. Much darker, a lot lighter on this side. I definitely do think that this matches the tone of my skin though. The coolness of it, the yellowness to it, matches my skin really well. So I'm just going to continue to powder my entire face. And I'm pressing it very lightly into the skin. I'm not pressing super hard. Oh gosh. Do any of you ever get like strange messages from people that don't live in the same country as you? Like men, if you're a woman. I feel like everyone does. But we just don't talk about it. Like, I get really strange messages sometimes from men that are not, they don't live in America and they don't speak very good English. Like, just like, you're beautiful, this and that, and da da da, on Facebook. And I'm like, thank you, but this really can't go anywhere. Like, you're over there, and a lot of times they're like older than me, like way older, like almost be my dad. And I'm like, this is creepy. So I end up blocking a lot of people just because, like, I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful to them, but it's just like different cultures. In my culture, I don't want to marry someone old enough to be my dad or who doesn't speak the same language as me. I'm not interested in talking to you either because, like, it's just, like I said, strange. I just think it's strange. Well, I got one of those messages just now. But, oh, it's my boss telling me that she read my article and that she loves it. Yay, I read an article about natural hair for Black History Month. So I'm excited for that to be published. And of course, I'll be sharing it on my social media. So her campus, Winthrop University, and just search my name, Cherise Ishman, which is the name of my channel. And you can read my article that I wrote. I also wrote another article today, The Single Girl's Guide to Valentine's Day. And I'm going to write another article. I'm kind of working on it now. Well, was until I started getting ready. And it's how to not be a salty single. And it's also about Valentine's Day. Like, I'm sure you've seen all the memes, like, of the old lady, like, I hate you, I hate all of you, or he doesn't love you. Like, this old lady, that's so funny. And she's just, like, making all these negative comments about people and just, like, their relationships and whatnot on Valentine's Day and all their little pictures and whatnot, blah, 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 blah. It's really funny. So I'm kind of making a article about some tips on how to not get salty on Valentine's Day. Basically, stay off social media. Point blank, period. Stay off Instagram, stay off Facebook. You can tweet, but Instagram and Facebook, no. If you're one of those people who gets really envious and salty, you should just kind of disable it for like a couple days. Like maybe February 12th through 15th, you just stay off social media. Let it simmer down. So yeah, this is it set with powder. I really do like the way it looks. Set with powder. I am experiencing a little bit of like tiny little balls of, I guess, powder and foundation mixed together all over the face. Well, not all over, but in certain areas I see them more than others. So that's weird. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good. It looks way better now that I have powder. It matches the skin much better. My body, at least. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have all this covered up, so. My first impressions are that it's okay. I think it would be much more suitable for people with dry skin. The foundation is much more suitable for people with dry skin and people that don't have as many skin imperfections as I do, because then you don't have to use as much. But if you do have oily skin and you do want more of like a natural kind of radiance to your skin, I do like it for that. It does transfer, but it feels really good. And I do feel like the primer did help it to feel really smooth and to look smooth on my skin, because my skin does look very smooth. So I feel like it has a very natural look. Sorry, I'm grabbing my boob. Awkward. Has a very natural look and finish to it. So that's my first impression on the primer and the foundation. I also need to test this primer out some more. And I'm going to test the foundation out with a few other primers and maybe without a primer one day when I have absolutely nowhere to go. But if you want to see how it holds up, it's 120 right now. If you want to see how it holds up, check me out on my Snapchat. I'll be snapping myself and letting you know, like, is it long wearing? Does it stay looking like this? Or do I have to powder like in an hour or what? So again, thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Be on the lookout for those articles coming to you in February. And again, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye, YouTube.